This question is much more straightforward. That doesn't mean it's easier. After 27 years in Nike, you decide to go out on your own. And their question was very basic. How do I know when it's time for me to go out on my own? Now, they're not looking for you to personalize that advice to somebody you don't know, but it's a genuine, it's a good question. Like when somebody's considering like, all right, is it time for me to go out on my own? What were some things that you considered just big picture?
Yeah, big picture, and it's interesting. I read this book, the Second Mountain, right?
Great book.
And it just talked about how maybe that first mountain is very much about success in terms of your own pursuit of accolades or monetary or all these other things, and then you get to that point where there's got to be something greater, and it's time then to climb the second mountain. It's to share everything beyond the walls of the company that you work for. And I had just gotten to the point where it was time for me to climb a new mountain that maybe was less about my personal goals of achieving, professional success. It was more about how I can make a bigger impact in the world. And I started to come to that decision, right? And so for everybody, it's a little bit different, but I just think you want to make sure you understand what that second mountain might look like, and that it's not just a duplicate of the one you're at. Because if you're already at a great brand and you're going to move to another brand, what is it that's going to be significantly different and that would compel you to leave? Is there and then how, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just big into like growth expansion. Like, how do I continue to grow? And even being on this podcast and meeting you and getting your point of view on things.